Lockheed Corporation. In the 1970s, Lockheed was one of America's biggest aerospace and defense contractors. But behind the scenes, it was doing more than building planes. The company paid around $22 million in bribes to foreign officials across multiple countries, including Japan, the Netherlands, and Italy, just to secure contracts for military aircraft. The most explosive part of the scandal happened in Japan. Lockheed funneled millions to Prime Minister Kikuei Tanaka's political circle, including alleged direct payments to Tanaka himself. In return, Lockheed hoped Japan would purchase its TriStar passenger jets and military planes. The fallout was massive. Tanaka was arrested, and it caused public protests across Japan. In the Netherlands, a member of the royal family, Prince Bernhard, was also implicated, though he denied wrongdoing. This case was one of the biggest reasons the U.S. government later passed the Foreign Corrupt Practices Act, FCPA, in 1977, a law that made it illegal for American companies to bribe foreign officials. Alstom S.A. Alstom is a French multinational known for building power plants and high-speed trains. But in 2014, it was caught paying massive bribes to win international contracts. The U.S. Department of Justice found that Alstom paid tens of millions in bribes to officials in Indonesia, Saudi Arabia, Egypt, the Bahamas, and Taiwan between 2000 and 2011. The scheme was organized and deliberate. Alstom used fake consulting contracts, offshore bank accounts, and sham companies to disguise bribe payments. In Indonesia, for example, they paid government officials to secure a contract for a $118 million power project. The bribes weren't isolated or rogue. They were part of Alstom's corporate culture. In fact, the company rewards employees who successfully used bribes to win contracts. Alstom eventually agreed to pay $772 million to settle the charges. At the time, it was the largest criminal fine ever for a company that had gone to trial under the FCPA. This case became a turning point. It showed the U.S. was willing to pursue foreign companies aggressively if they bribed their way into global markets. Telia Company AB. In 2017, Telia, a major Swedish telecom firm, agreed to pay $965 million to settle a major bribery case. The scandal centered on Uzbekistan, where Telia paid over $330 million in bribes to a high-ranking official. That official was later revealed to be Gulnara Karimova, the daughter of Uzbekistan's then-president Islam Karimov. In exchange for these payments, Telia received licenses and access to the Uzbek telecom market, a lucrative and heavily controlled sector. The bribes were hidden through complex contracts and shell companies. The payments were labeled as consulting fees, but no real services were ever provided. The investigation took years and involved authorities in the U.S., the Netherlands, and Sweden. It also uncovered similar conduct by other telecom firms operating in Uzbekistan. Telia eventually admitted wrongdoing and paid one of the largest foreign bribery settlements in history. The case served as a global example of how state-run markets can be exploited with high-level political connections, if companies are willing to cross the line. Kellogg Brown & Root KBR was a construction and engineering firm, once part of Halliburton, the massive oil services company. In 2009, KBR admitted to bribing Nigerian officials for over a decade. The company paid roughly $180 million in bribes to top Nigerian politicians and bureaucrats. In return, they secured contracts worth over $6 billion to build liquefied natural gas facilities on Bonny Island, Nigeria. These were not minor deals. They were among the largest energy projects in the country. KBR disguised the bribes through a joint venture known as TSKJ, which used fake consulting contracts to pay off Nigerian officials. Money was wired through banks in Switzerland, Monaco, and Japan. This case wasn't just about corporate misbehavior. It involved high-level corruption inside Nigeria's government, including senior officials from the Nigerian National Petroleum Corporation. KBR ended up paying $579 million to settle both criminal and civil charges. Several executives were charged and convicted, including Albert Stanley, KBR's former CEO, who was sentenced to prison. This case made it clear that long-running bribery schemes, even if complex and international, could and would be unraveled. GlaxoSmithKline. In 2014, the British pharmaceutical giant GlaxoSmithKline, GSK, was fined $489 million by Chinese authorities, the largest corporate fine ever imposed by a Chinese court at the time. What did GSK do? The company was found guilty of bribing doctors, hospitals, and healthcare officials all across China. The bribes were given in many forms: cash payments, luxury travel, lavish conference perks, and even direct transfers disguised as speaking fees or training reimbursements. The goal was simple: push GSK products over local or competing alternatives. The Chinese government launched a high-profile investigation, which included surveillance, raids on GSK offices, and even secret recordings made by whistleblowers. At the heart of the scandal was Mark Riley, GSK's head of operations in China. Chinese authorities accused him of overseeing the entire bribery network. He was detained and later received a suspended prison sentence. The scandal severely damaged GSK's reputation in China and beyond. It also sent a warning to all multinational pharmaceutical companies. China was no longer going to tolerate foreign firms bribing their way through its healthcare system. BAE Systems. BAE Systems, the UK's largest defense contractor, it was involved in one of the most controversial arms deals in history, the Al Yamama deal with Saudi Arabia. The contract was worth £43 billion, over 60 billion US dollars at the time, and it involved the sale of fighter jets, missiles, and other military equipment from the UK to Saudi Arabia. But behind the paperwork was a long trail of secret payments, offshore accounts, and confidential favors. In 2010, BAE paid a $400 million fine to the U.S. Department of Justice for misleading American authorities and failing to disclose that it had paid hundreds of millions in bribes to Saudi officials to secure the deal. The bribery wasn't just subtle, it included alleged payments for luxury cars, five-star hotel stays, and private jets, all covered through fake invoices and shell companies. At one point, BAE even set up an entire system of covert payments routed through a U.S. bank account. The UK Serious Fraud Office began investigating, but the British government later shut the investigation down, citing national security, a move that triggered global outrage. Although BAE never officially admitted guilt, the settlement made it clear: winning billion-dollar defense deals often came with billion-dollar ethical problems. Siemens AG. In 2008, Siemens, the German engineering giant, agreed to pay $1.6 billion in fines to the US and German governments. It was, at the time, the largest corporate bribery penalty in history. Why so large? Because Siemens didn't just bribe one country. It ran what prosecutors called a company-wide culture of corruption. Between the late 1990s and mid-2000s, Siemens paid an estimated $1.4 billion in bribes to government officials in Argentina, Bangladesh, China, Iraq, Israel, Nigeria, Venezuela, and more. These bribes were used to win contracts for infrastructure, transportation, medical equipment, and telecom systems. The company kept detailed records of the bribes using internal slush funds and code names. One Siemens executive even referred to it as the cost of doing business. The scheme was incredibly organized. Siemens set up offshore accounts, false consulting contracts, and fake invoices to move the money. In the end, Siemens paid $800 million to the U.S. authorities and another 600 million euros to Germany. The scandal forced a complete overhaul of the company's leadership, compliance systems, and public image. It was a turning point for global enforcement, and it proved that even the most prestigious firms could have deep-rooted corruption built into their business model. Odebrecht S.A. This one was so massive it brought down presidents. Odebrecht, a Brazilian construction conglomerate, admitted in 2016 that it paid over $788 million in bribes to secure public works contracts across 12 countries, mostly in Latin America, including Peru, Colombia, Mexico, Venezuela, and Brazil itself. The scheme was part of Operation Car Wash, the biggest corruption investigation in Brazilian history. Odebrecht used a dedicated internal unit, literally called the Division of Structured Operations, whose only job was to manage bribe payments. They created fake offshore companies, moved money through secret accounts, and even used coded language to track the bribes internally. These payments bought access to multi-billion-dollar infrastructure projects, from highways to hydroelectric dams. The total settlement reached $3.5 billion, with fines paid to Brazil, the US, and Switzerland. The political fallout was enormous. Multiple ministers, presidents, and business leaders were either arrested or forced to resign. In Peru, former President Alejandro Toledo was accused of accepting $20 million in bribes. In Brazil, Odebrecht's own CEO, Marcelo Odebrecht, was sentenced to 19 years in prison. This wasn't just a bribery case, it was a continental political earthquake. Goldman Sachs. In 2020, Goldman Sachs, one of the most powerful investment banks in the world, agreed to pay $2.9 billion to settle charges connected to the 1MDB scandal. 1MDB was a Malaysian government-owned development fund set up to support national projects, but instead it became the center of a massive embezzlement and bribery operation. And Goldman Sachs played a key role. The bank helped 1MDB raise $6.5 billion through bond offerings. In exchange for securing these deals, Goldman bankers paid over $1.6 billion in bribes to officials in Malaysia and the United Arab Emirates. One of the central figures was Joe Low, a flamboyant Malaysian financier who used stolen 1 MDB money to buy luxury real estate, a $250 million yacht, jewelry, art, and to finance the movie The Wolf of Wall Street. Senior Goldman executives looked the other way. In fact, Tim Leisner, one of Goldman's top bankers in Asia, pleaded guilty to money laundering and admitted to lying about the scheme for years. The bank paid penalties to U.S. authorities, the SEC, and regulators in the UK and Singapore. It was the largest fine Goldman had ever paid, and it nearly wrecked its reputation. This wasn't just about fraud, it was about a Wall Street titan helping loot a nation's future for profit. Airbus SE, and at number 1, the largest bribery settlement in global history. In January 2020, Airbus, one of the 2 biggest aircraft manufacturers in the world, agreed to pay more than $4 billion to resolve a massive foreign bribery investigation involving multiple countries. The scandal spanned 20 nations in several years. Airbus was accused of paying hundreds of millions in bribes through a global network of middlemen and agents. These payments were used to win aircraft sales and defense contracts from governments, airlines, and military buyers. The bribes were often disguised as commissions to third-party consultants, but in reality, they were used to influence decisions in China, Indonesia, Ghana, Russia, Colombia, and many more. In one example, Airbus paid over 50 million euros in bribes to secure plane sales in China. In another, they used shady intermediaries in Sri Lanka to push through a helicopter sale to the government. The company cooperated with the investigation and admitted to wrongdoing. The fines were split across authorities in the US, $582 million, the UK, $1 billion, and France, $2.3 billion. Despite the record-breaking fine, Airbus remains a major player in the global aviation industry. This case showed that corruption wasn't just limited to oil or infrastructure. Even cutting-edge aerospace companies weren't above cheating their way to the top. Did you enjoy this breakdown? Then subscribe and hit that bell button for more.